All right, welcome back. So today we are at the dirt lot. I don't plan on this going any better than yesterday, and I'm going to try to explain why, but I'm going to run it anyway just because that's what the people are asking for. Because I feel, let me get over into this dirt before I get run over. I feel that these tires don't have as much grip. Looking at the footage yesterday, reviewing what's going on with the RC, these tires actually have less grip than the factory tires. They're definitely more stable, and that's just because of the ballooning. But as far as grip, that's why I took it to the grass. You could see in the video footage from yesterday, running on the grass, the 70-mile-an-hour runs, the harder I pulled the trigger, it didn't go any faster. But on the grass, you could see that this thing was kicking up grass, dirt, kicking up all kinds of stuff. So it was fighting for traction. And that's not a good thing. So on dirt, it's going to even be worse. Perfectly placed rocks. You guys know what those rocks are for in the middle of here? Somebody parked a studio truck and they didn't have any chocks. There's the rock I threw down the other day. And you can see all the aircraft. I might run the other way today. You could see somebody drug the rocks through here. So rather than try to deal with this fence today, I think I'm going to start over here and then run away from it. So I'm going to get this car lined up this way so that I can continue talking about what I feel about these tires. These tires are more consistent on grass, but unless it's longer, it's not going to go any faster. Because these tires have less traction than the factory tires. I like the factory nubs, and then as they grow, they get skinnier. They literally dig into the grass, and you get a lot more mile an hour on grass with the factory tires. Where the belted tires, they grow because of the sidewall, but they stay pretty flat. And by staying pretty flat, they're getting less traction. It's those that you got to watch out for. You hit one of those rocks, or even one of these, at that kind of speed, you're going to crash. So I'm down there, and I'm going to try to do a run to this fence line. Oh, I didn't start the GPS. I normally start it at my car. Yeah, this is pretty bumpy, and it's drifting. So I'm going to start the GPS now. which I didn't do before. And I'm gonna keep picking up these rocks and try to clear a pretty good pathway. But these tires aren't getting enough grip. Another problem I'm having on dirt, if I can't get grip on grass, these tires aren't going to get grip on dirt. So I feel that it's going to slide out today and barrel roll, just because I have less grip. And that's why I wanted to test on grass, because it's more controllable. So 12 satellites, we're going to hit start. It's testing, so I'm going to take this thing back and try to get lined up as far away from me on that fence line as possible, and then hopefully I can run it out. Now over here it's pretty bumpy, but I feel that's okay, because I'm not going to be at the speed that I want to be at to run this out. So hopefully I don't total it today or have any bad crashes, because parts are getting harder and harder to find. But looks like we're all set up. We're going to try to do a full pull all the way to that fence line. You ready? I'm just waiting for that plane to go over so I could hear the RC, in case I hear anything funny going by. Here we go. I don't think this is going to go good, but we're going to give it a shot. You could hear the tires flapping or something hitting the body, but that was a full trigger pull all the way to the end. I stayed in it while it was flapping, so I finally for once got a full trigger pull, but I could hear the tires ballooning to where it was hitting the body. So at this point we're gonna have to tighten up the center diff and probably change gearing. Another aircraft. So we're gonna hit stop, read 73 miles an hour. Wow. I can't believe that it just didn't go any faster than on the grass area. And I was full trigger for a long part of that run. And it could be that the center diff is just diffing out. And it's not getting traction. That's the biggest problem with these tires is the traction. If you're not getting, and these are taller, which means it should have went faster than the factory tires to a point, because the factory tires balloon, they balloon taller than this one, and I believe that's why it's not going as fast as the factory tires. So I'm going to try another pull just to make sure it wasn't a fluke. But I heard something slapping the body really bad. There we go. We're gonna let this aircraft pass. I literally feel like I'm at the airport. And that's all traffic going to LAX. All right, we're gonna try giving this another shot, and it looked like it stayed on the ground. Make sure nobody's in there. Let's go. Oh, lost traction and slid sideways. I didn't get to full trigger that time. I was pulling really, really slow, and the harder I pulled, it started losing traction in the rear. And that's why I'm afraid to lock up this differential, is because it's just gonna do that even harder. I really need tires that have better traction. Stop, read, 68 miles an hour. So we're faced with the same thing. I've already cut this body. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. So I've already trimmed this body. So I am gonna gear up now so that we can come out here again. Just because I got a good pull on the first one, but I don't think I had the traction that I had on this pull. I didn't wreck it, I didn't crash it. I'm afraid to add earplugs to the center diff because I'm gonna lose drive off the front wheels. But I might have to stiffen up that center differential. And then I'm gonna take a look at all these tires because something's flapping. So on this body, it should show where it was rubbing. And hopefully we can get it resolved. But those were pretty decent pulls. I did see it sliding sideways and have to let off just so I didn't barrel roll it. But even sideways, this thing had control. As you see, I keep playing with steering trim because it either goes left or it goes right. And I think at this point I'm going to stick it on the Futaba. I should be turning down steering dual rate, but I didn't crash, so I just think a different radio, I have more control over the RC. I definitely got to do something about this steering. See, it's right and then it's left. I just think this radio, it doesn't have minor adjustments for the steering rate. But you guys let me know, what do you think? These tires are definitely slower, they're taller, they're slower, and on dirt and grass they have less grip. So for everybody that says grab these for belted tires, I don't know. I mean, it might be the only option. And because it was ballooning from the sidewall, I think I don't think they're going to handle 100 miles an hour. So I don't think these are going to handle 100 miles an hour, but we're going to gear up, we're going to tighten up the center diff, and we're going to come back out to this dirt and we're going to start running the opposite way because it's more stable that way, and see what we can do. Dogs are literally following me around. Some people are saying, why are you complaining about the dogs at the park yesterday? And it wasn't the dogs themselves, it was the owners having them off the leashes. I could care less about the dog. Well, actually only one person said that. But there we go. You can see fans working, everything cleaned out. We did hit some rocks. So we're gonna get it on the bench, pull the center differential, maybe put 1 or 2 earplugs in it so it's a little tighter. And then I'm probably gonna add a better steering servo because this one won't hold center. And I don't know why. Maybe even put it on the Futaba. But right now we're making progress. Every run is in the 70s, and that's a good thing. There we go. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you on the next video.